We're back. You're listening to Executive Leaders Radio. This is your host, Herb Cohen. We'd like to introduce Erica Webster, founder and CEO of Dub Fitness. Erica, what is Dub Fitness? What are you guys doing?
Dub Fitness is an all-female fitness facility located in King of Prussia, where I believe in empowering women through physical fitness.
Mm-hmm. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in an apartment in Philadelphia.
And how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I am the second oldest of 4 girls.
And tell me a little bit about what was going on in your childhood.
So growing up, my mom was a single mother, and we lived in a 1-bedroom apartment where we all slept in bunk beds. And my mom had very tumultuous relationships, and so I watched boyfriends, husbands treat her poorly, and I would see that that's no way that a woman should be treated. And I made a promise to myself that I wouldn't allow that to happen, and that I wanted to protect my mom.
Wait. What was that promise you made to yourself?
That I would never stand for the way men treated her.
Uh-huh. And you wanted to do what? You wanted to protect your mom?
Yes, I wanted to. When I was able to, I would plan on how I could save my mom or be there for her and make her feel better, because I hated seeing her cry.
How would you do that?
By being successful. She was a waitress for 17 years and always made ends meet, but I don't think that she was able to live the life that she deserved. And so I swore that I would continue to be successful and follow my dreams so that I could celebrate life with her.
Is she aware of what you're doing nowadays?
What am I doing now?
Is your mom aware of what you're doing nowadays?
Yes, she's my biggest fan.
Uh-huh. She's been to your facility?
She's a member.
She's a member of your facility. How do you think she feels?
I'm going to cry. She tells me daily how proud she is of me, but I don't think that words sometimes do the justice. So when she sees other people's transformations, or when other people say, I cannot believe that that's your daughter, I can't believe that that's who you raised, I think that everything in her life suddenly becomes worth it.
Erica, tell us what happened your sophomore year in high school that set you on this path.
So my sophomore year of high school, I was sitting in second period biology when we got the announcement that the planes had flew into the World Trade Center. And at that time, no one knew exactly what was happening. And the priest told us to, bow our heads, say a prayer. I went to a Catholic school. And when we found out what happened, I knew that it was my calling. I feel like that's just something, it was in my blood. And I went to a recruiter's office and said, I want to sign up. I don't know what I'm doing or what I want to do, but I know that I want to serve my country. And he told me to come back in a year when I was 17, and so I did.
You went back again a year later?
Yes.
And you went into the forces?
The United States Army.
Uh-huh. Okay. Next question. Who's got it?
Eric, I just want to go back to your mom for a second. If there was one word that you would use to describe your mom, what would that be?
Resilient.
And how has being resilient and watching your mom be resilient impacted you as a leader?
I would say because starting a business is scary, especially when your education is not in that background. And she ingrained into me that even if you're trying, you're not failing. And I watched her go through trials and tribulations, and if I'm of her DNA, I know that I can't fail.
And what's it mean to you to see your mom come into one of your classes and struggle through a workout?
She doesn't struggle. She owns it. It's the best part of my day when I look at her and I see her running. She's 57, running laps around 20-year-olds, and just knowing that this woman isn't who she used to be, and I'm watching her grow.
And you're sort of giving her that platform to live the life you always wanted her to live?
Yes, she's happy and she's successful, and she radiates light.
Alec?
So growing up with your mom and some of the challenges, what was the dynamic with your sisters through those challenges?
My sisters and I, we were best friends. We were thick as thieves, and we still are to this day. And no matter what happened or what circumstance, we were never apart. And even though we all have different dads, it never was any different.
So as you were going through those challenges, what did you guys do to take action?
Well, the oldest sister and I, we would make sure that the 2 younger ones were taken care of and weren't really seeing what was going on. And my older sister, she had a lot of anger towards my mother, and I'm always the one that cries over everything, and I hold everyone's empathy. And
so you're the protector.
I am, yes, I still am, and that's kind of my business model almost.
What are you talking about? What do you mean that's your business model?
So on the sign at my door, it says, "You just did the hard part, I'll take it from here." And the whole idea is, you give me your baggage, and I'm going to make you feel important, because everybody has that part of them that deserves to be loved and seen, and I want women to
So
know
it sounds to me, as opposed to clients, you're the mother. You got a lot of children.
a lot of, yes, I don't have my own children, but I tell them that. I'm like, you're all 20 years older than me, but I care for them deeply every day.
Denise?
When did fitness become really important to you?
When I joined the military, I learned very quickly that it's a male-dominated area, and that in the military, the only way really to garner respect is to be great at physical fitness, and the military revolves around that. And because I did not want to feel weak and small, I made sure that I was able to beat the guy next to me in push-ups.
Well, and so that they knew that they could rely on you.
Yes.
And that military thing, I think, also is a theme here with the protecting of
Absolutely.
others, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Shannon?
Erica, you saw a lot at home at a very young age. What was your outlet during those hard times?
I was involved in sports, but I also found myself doing things, I don't want to say to get in trouble on purpose, but maybe to provide a distraction, whether it was to my mom or to myself or to my sisters. She would always say, your sisters can toe the line and you leap over it. And it was true. I just found anything that I could get my hands on.
Mm-hmm.
Erica, what did you do in your free time?
So I just softball. I was very good at playing sports, and we would create games on the street corner. You had to come in when the lights got turned on the street, but if it was daylight, you were forced to be outside. So I tried to stay as active as I could.
And what was your role on the softball team?
So I played shortstop, batted cleanup most of the years, and I was, the softball cheers. I would like to lead those, start those. I just like to be energetic, jumping around, running around.
You were the softball cheers?
Yes.
What do you mean? Tell us some more about that.
Okay, so softball cheers, just similar to a cheerleader, but you come up with these catchy things to say. You're basically trying to either distract the pitcher or you're pumping up the batter, and you have hand motions. It's kind of silly.
What's that have to do with what you were doing at 4 o'clock this morning?
So being a cheerleader for softball or leading the team cheers is the same thing that I do every morning. The women walk in there at 4:45 a.m. or some clients at 4 a.m. and I need to be the big beaming smile and saying, let's go, and getting chipper. And sometimes they look at me with disdain, but other times it's what they need.
Uh-huh. What else should we be covering with you? What else am I missing here?
You're on the board of an organization that's important to you. What's that?
Yes, I sit on the board for the Greater Philadelphia Veterans Network, which is called GPVN, and our motto is "Our Tools, Your Mission." And basically, we want to make sure that we are finding veterans careers, not jobs. And I actually did Miss Veteran America, and what we did was it was a competition, a pageant, and it was empowering female vets, getting them from homelessness, couch hopping, to finding jobs and careers and getting bills paid. And so I continue to I want to pay it forward because I made it home from war, and I'm able to.
Give me that again. Give me that again a different way. What else you talking about there?
But making it home?
Yeah.
A lot of people did not come home, people that I know. And even if you did make it home, I lost some of my friends to suicide. And so I feel that every single day when I wake up, I have to give. And everyone in my life, every day, do you sleep? I'm somewhere new, volunteering, giving away my money, and my gym partners with every type of organization possible with veterans, because until my last breath, I will give all that I have.
Eric, I'm just curious if you're giving advice to a young lady that maybe had some hurdles in front of her or is facing a rough patch, what would you tell them?
I'm a big advocate for writing things down, and I always write myself letters. So when I'm going through a hard time, I write a letter to myself thinking I was someone else. So I say, right now, what's happening? I call it letting the snow fall in a snow globe. So if you shake a snow globe and the snow's everywhere, you can't make a decision. So you have to let all the snow settle, and that's when you make your decision. You can't make a decision in a hurricane, right? You have to rebuild. And so writing down the things that are bothering you, giving it some time, and then one at a time, finding the solution, because it's always right there. You always are going to be able to get through it. Your life's not falling apart. Things around you are falling apart.
Erica, what role has your husband had on you growing your business?
So my husband was the push that I needed to do it. When I exited the military, I was lost. I moved into my mom's attic, and I was working at a bar. And I didn't want to go to college. I didn't really know my calling. And I was doing physical fitness, and he introduced me to someone, and he said, I see something in you. You have to talk to this person. You have a talent. These women follow you, and they don't even know you. So he was kind of the catalyst that made me take the leap.
What's the website address of your organization, Erica?
It is dub-fitness.com.
Give me that again.
dub-fitness.com.